another good 5 miles further out. We just turned off the highway and we're going inwards, more towards the line of flight a little bit. Probably gonna drive there in here like maybe a mile or a mile and a half or so, and then we'll release the birds. But yeah, we're trying to teach the birds how to try to find a straighter path. So we're going off the highway a little bit as best as possible, because the highway is a little farther out from our house. It's out of the line of flight. So yeah, we're gonna go in there a little bit further, and we're trying to find a spot away from these telephone pole lines, and then we'll release the birds from there. All these are cattle fields and horse properties. Very nice and beautiful places out here. Very peaceful looking. All right, this is quite a bit of a distance. The highway is from that way. As you can see, they got road construction over here. And our city is back that way. Can't really see the mountains because the clouds are coming in. But there's another guy who has a lot of pigeons over there, right behind that stop sign over there. So it's kind of scary. This is a little farther out here. So, but we're gonna try to fly them from here, and we'll see how they do. But we're gonna give them a little bit of. Give them a moment to relax a little bit. Anyways, this is the countryside of Colorado. It's nice, open country. It's good to raise a few horses and some cattle, some sheep, some ducks and geese, etc., etc. Chickens, chickens. I think we see a huge hawk there. We got some road construction workers right here, driving their little cars. And Alright, okay. We're gonna wait till all this stuff clears off out of the way first, and then we're gonna release our birds. Yeah, but this is what we go through. All kinds of weird things every day. This guy's checking out our pigeon. He's like, what the hell? They got pigeons? We'll wait till these cars finish turning around. Looks like that road construction is jammed up and a lot of cars are making U-turns now. But we're gonna be releasing them in a little bit here. Alright. All these cars are turning around. Alright, this is a pretty good view. So all right, I think we're ready. All right, birds, get home quickly. Now this time, I hope they keep flying the right direction. Don't turn back, don't turn back. Ah, they're turning back. Oh, uh-oh, don't go and mix up with those flock of pigeons either. Oh, looks like they're gonna go and mix with the flock of pigeons over there. Nope, they're going. This camera does not zoom at all whatsoever. Yeah, but they're not really flying the right direction at this moment. But the highway is all the way out there, okay? We came from that direction. So we're gonna go on that highway there, but when they fly this way, they're gonna have to fly that way, and then they're gonna have to fly back that way. But the highway we take, they normally have to fly that way and then come back. So yeah, there really is no straight line of flight. We had to come out this way to avoid them from flying into the all these electrical poles, because there's a bunch of electrical poles in that area. So we came out here a little further out, and yep. But they're on the way. The time is 3:05, so we'll see if they get home quickly. Is this one, orange band, dark check. Man, that's surprising. Man, we went pretty like far out there too. Okay, and off course. All right, good job. And this one is starting to be my favorite bird. The feathers on this one is not all that great, but he loves to come home, like straight down home when he gets home. This is like the third time he loves to go inside first. Come on. Come on, bachi. Come on. Bachi, come on. Let's go. Bachi. Let's go. Yep. Now that they made it home, I'm gonna just let go of all the birds. Let all the young birds fly out. So, around. These young birds are starting to fly really good. They've flown about an hour. They flown for about an hour or 2 hours yesterday, just flying around. Almost non-stop. They stopped here after like 40 minutes, but they got it back up and went around for another 40 minutes or so. So they're starting to learn how to fly in the area soon, and we're going to be basketing them for the short tosses soon. Okay, there's our young birds. They're increasing their loft flying distance. Flying further and further. Seems like they're ready to go soon enough. Within a week or so, we're gonna be taking them into the baskets. Oh, they're all over there already. Well, that was quick. All right, lots of cleaning day, so we're gonna let all the birds out. Come on, old birds, time to fly. Get your exercise. I love the way the old birds fly. They fly like crazy. They're strong, they got good feathers, and they fly like crazy. I just love the way the old birds fly. I'm gonna probably fly up and catch up with the young birds in a little bit here. You're gonna get some good exercise. Probably gonna enjoy the storm. If it's just rain, it's good. Just as long as we don't get a hailstorm. All right, and these are our young birds right here. They're really ranging and flying good. So soon enough, we'll get them on the road. But today we are cleaning scraping the shelves and the floors out again. We usually scrape once a week at least, minimum. So that's plenty. I think some stray pigeons has just kind of flown in with my birds. I seen a bunch of them earlier. I think there's some strays flying with my birds right now. Yeah, I think there's some strays along with that flock right now. Because I've already called some of the old birds in already. And then the birds disappeared for like a good 10 minutes. And then there was a bunch of other birds just flying in with them. Another flock, it seemed like. So, but we'll see. birds are flying like crazy. They're flying really good right now. All the young birds, well, most of the young birds except 2 or 3 of them, is flying really good. Woo, look at that. A little tailwind, they're like zooming. Yeah, with a little bit of tailwind, they're just like gone, flying. That's like 90 miles an hour, 80, 90 miles an hour flying. That's how fast birds can fly with a little bit of tailwind. All right, seems like they're starting to split up a little bit. Man, they're flying though. Yeah, with a little bit of gusty winds like this, the birds fly fast. All right. I don't know if all these birds are mine because I'm sure I called in like 15 old birds in already, 10, at least 10 of them. And there's quite a bit of birds here. Quite a bit of old birds in here already. And the old birds are taking back their old shells. Yeah, so I think that some of those birds are not ours. We'll count them when they get down. All right, guys, that's the stubborn bird right there. All the birds went inside already, but that bird is the most stubbornest bird ever. I tried to get him to go inside, and he took off flying. He is a very, very wild, very fast, but very wild and very stubborn bird. All right, the stubborn bird finally got into the loft, and I just wanted to show you guys the quality of this bird. Okay, and the wings of this bird. The length of the wings, the length of the secondary feathers are very short. But all in all, the wings, and they're a little bit smaller, but all in all, the wings, they're pretty good quality. They're not all broken up. They're nice and smooth. The sibling to this bird, the older sibling to this bird, I sent to the Who's It Classic last year, and I'm pretty sure it was the same way. This breed is very fast, but very stubborn. You probably have to take a little bit more time to get these birds to tame them, because they're very fast and very wild. And the wings are like that, you know. The last bird that I sent 4 birds, and it was in 2017 or 18 to the Who's It Classic, the year that the Who's It Classic was burnt down. And the last bird of my bird to make it to the final race was the sibling of this bird, and they always came in last or almost to the very far back towards nighttime, whether they're just loft flying or training. So I figured that the bird was stubborn, was a stubborn bird. I had a feeling that these birds might be stubborn because even at a young age, they're very stubborn. Like they're like, when you call and whistle, they don't come. They don't really come, and they don't really respond. They just kind of like, you know, in their own little world all the time, kind of autistic in a way. But they fly really fast and they don't get lost. They just don't loft very well. They just don't go into the loft very well. But besides that, they're very good birds. And so I just wanted to show you guys the stubborn bird. This is the pink band, the blue bar with the pink band. This is one of the 10 birds that were flying. Okay, but this just shows you the quality of the bird and why the bird is stubborn. You know, maybe he's just a very, very wild breed. Some of the siblings of this one, it is not that wild, but for some reason the birds out of those pair, when they come out looking like this, they're very stubborn and they're very wild, but they're very fast. Okay, that's just all I wanted to share for this bird, the stubborn bird.
Okay, that's it for today, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe. We took the birds out 15 miles today, and they beat us back home really fast. So next time we're just gonna take them out even further. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to like and subscribe.